What's up, everybody? This is RadTechShoe, and I am bringing you episode 21 of my Dante's Inferno LP. We're gonna finish up a good chunk of Heresy right here. We're almost at the end of Heresy, to be perfectly honest, but we don't have a save point for quite a while, so these next two videos, I'm gonna break up in the same manner I did with Anger. I'm gonna pause halfway through the gameplay. We're not gonna stop at a save point. We're not, this video will end after I finish a certain puzzle, and then I'm gonna, stop the video right there, and then in episode 22, I'll pick up where I left off, and then we'll finish off Heresy and begin our descent into violence. So we've got the puzzle that I'm gonna finish here, that I'm gonna end the video on, is going to be rather annoying. You're gonna see me struggle, and embarrassingly enough, I actually could not figure it out on my own. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to just, keep going through this circle. Like I said, this circle isn't too bad. The Heretics are really the worst part about this circle, and right here is an example of that Heretic that's immune to crosses. So he's immune to cross damage, and all the minions around him are also immune to cross damage. So, and those fire guys, we can only kill them after we solidify them by hitting them with the cross. But since they're immune to the cross, we can't do anything to them until we kill the Heretic. So this is just another example of why I hate Heretics so much. But you can damage them with magic. Magic right here will damage them. So if an enemy has the Heretic's protection over them, they can be damaged with magic. They just can't be damaged. They just can't be afflicted with cross damage. Melee and magic still work. But now that the Heretic's dead, I can finally finish this bastard off. Okay, so let's go ahead, pull the lever. We're going to raise up the statue right here, and it's going to create a doorway. And if you notice, every now and then in the background you'll hear people screaming. It's rather funny because there's like some type of vent on the right here, and whenever it turns on, you hear people screaming in agony. I just laugh at that every time. It makes it for some reason, I'm a sick bastard, and it just amuses me to hear that. But anyway, through this door, we're gonna go all the way across. There's a relic over there, but I never get it because I was thinking that there's got to be some way to wall climb over there. Instead, what I should have done was I should have just gone up to the top right up here and just jumped on down. Anyway, let's have a talk with Virgil.
In this part of hell, Epicurus, with all his followers who make the soul die with the body, have their burial place.
So yeah, Virgil's mentioning Epicurus, the one who promoted the concept of Epicureanism, the belief that the soul dies with the body. Obviously that's heresy, so that him and all his followers who believe the same as him are down here as well. But yeah, pretty much I was like trying to figure out, I just could not get over the hurdle that I thought I had to wall climb in order to get this stupid relic over here. I should have just gone up to the top where Virgil is and just jumped down, got the relic, and then jumped back to the wall. In hindsight, that's what I should have done. Here, I could not put it through my head. Like right now, I was just struggling to think outside the box. So, I never did get that relic, so I apologize for that. Anyway, through here, we've got a small little puzzle. So, like right here, one of my relics is actually getting close to leveling up. Alright, so here in this vent puzzle, I guess that's what you call it, a vent puzzle, we have to use this sliding block, and we have to put it on this plate. It will raise up the platform in front of one of the vents right in front of us. It's a little delayed, so what we've got to do is we've got to push the block, and I'm like thinking, okay. Now, I'm thinking, okay, I'll just jump on the edge right here, and I'll avoid the fire, and fuck. Well, that didn't work. Instant death. So, what I need to do is I need to actually use the block. And right here I was just looking at the cross of this guy burning upside down. Like I said, that amuses me. There are some things in this game that, for some sick and twisted way, amuse me. Alright, so now we have to use this block once again, and this time I had already figured it out. I'm like, okay, I need to shove the block. I need to shove this thing over to the vent. So let's charge up, shove it, and right there, you know, it raised up, so I'm like, okay, no big. Alright, charge it up again. And it puts out the fire. Alright, so let's come on up here. Let's pull the lever. Well, we can't pull the lever just yet. We have a heretic to deal with. This is one of the heretics that is vulnerable to cross damage, as you just saw. I don't know why some are and some aren't. It's just how the game is. But this is going to show you. I mean, I was at full health. You're gonna, you know, just watch my health throughout this fight. Like, I don't know what it is, but I struggle against heretics. I don't know why. But, oh, that attack is stupid. It stuns Dante and I can't get away from him, really. So, if you're fighting heretics, I would recommend just using your quick attacks. Yeah, use your magic and use your quick attacks, your squares. Don't try and use triangle too much, because they just read that shit and then they just, you know, dodge it. So magic, when they're standing right next to each other, use your magic and just wail into them. Do as much damage as you can. So yeah, but right here, I mean, just look at my health. Even though I'm smashing them all over the place, they're still getting in hits on me, and I'm gonna be close. I'm almost gonna die from these two. They just, you know, it's a good thing I had my magic, and I got more health out of that. But even still, like, I hate fighting heretics. I hate them. I almost died just from regular enemies because they're heretics, and I fucking hate them. Easily, you know, one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Like I said, if they're not first, they're second. Anyway, over here, we have Cavalcante de Cavalcanti, a merchant banker of Florence who was denounced as a heretic for his atheist beliefs, and now he resides down here with all the other heretics amongst the fiery tombs. So we're going to punish him, and getting all of these souls will upgrade the Azrael's Apprentice relic that I have. Now it is at level 2. So, we're just going to go over here. We've got one more puzzle we need to solve before we end the video, and it's the puzzle where I had to cheat. So right here, just wait for the flames to go by. Nothing too difficult, nothing too hard to understand. Come on down here. Nothing else here, so let's head into this room that was pretty much, for some reason, I just could not figure it out on my own. Okay, so, right over here we've got a destructible little pillar. And I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Oh, we got health. Oh, let me get some health. God. I needed the health. I didn't really need the mana too much, but hey, I was going to take it anyway. And around the other side of the statue, we have a soul fountain. But I'm going to pull this lever just to see what it does. So it raises up so it fills this little cauldron thing up, and it raises up the statue. And bam. Okay. There's a door we eventually need to go to. Doesn't quite show us much other than that. So, at this point, I'm like, well, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, what the fuck do I need to do? I'm like, okay, here's a block. I need to use it somehow, I guess. So, now, I'm like, okay, now the challenge is for me to figure out how I need to use this block. So I'm thinking maybe if I just prop it up underneath the statue right here. Like, I try and push it to the lip of the ledge, and, like, it'll work. Or maybe if I jump on top of the statue from this block, I should be able to climb my way up. So I'm, like, looking around. I'm like, is there anything else I'm missing? No? Okay, let's give it a shot and see what we get. So the cauldron fills up once again, and right here I'm just like, alright. Let's see, what do I need to do? But this is all the cutscene shows us. It doesn't really show us what we need to do, it just shows us where we need to go, but it doesn't show us how we get there. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I to do? What do I do then? So I'm going to speed up the video right now, because I spend the next couple minutes in here trying to figure this out. And it was very frustrating for me. You know, I don't mind it, you know, I like it, you know, I'm not the type of person where the game has to tell me what exactly I need to do in order to figure out a puzzle, but I'd like a clue. You know, here, this cutscene really doesn't tell me what I need to do. It tells me where I need to go, but it doesn't tell me how I need to get there. So what I eventually do is I eventually just, you know, like I said, I've been playing this whole LP blind. I've been figuring everything out on my own. For some reason, I just could not figure this out on my own. So I'm like, come on over here, and I'm like, is there something over here? Is there a door? Is there an item? Is there something I am missing? And I'm like, no? Okay. So I head inside, and this is where I just, you know what? I had no choice. I didn't want to spend 10, 15 minutes in this room trying to figure it out. So I decided to stop, put the controller down right here, and now I'm going online. I'm on my computer, and I'm looking it up, and I'm like, I can't believe I had to fucking do this. Because this shouldn't be this hard for me, but for some reason, I guess I just could not think straight today, and I could not figure this out on my own. But what I need to do is I need to take that block and push it in that narrow pathway on the left behind the cauldron. That's what I need to do. And as soon as we figure this puzzle out and I do that, we're going to end the video right here. So I'm going to end the video shortly after I complete this puzzle, and then I'm going to, and then I'll pick up in the next video where we leave off right here. So we're back to normal speed now. I'm going to pull this lever one more time. It's going to raise this statue up. And by the way, all this cinematic right here, I can't skip it. The game forces me to go through it, so even if I wanted to, I can't. So we're just going to go ahead, push the block behind the cauldron. It'll prop the cauldron up. It'll prevent it from going back down. It'll open the gate downstairs. And this is where I'm going to end the video right here, and I will see you all in the next video. This is RadTechShoe, signing off.